Yokohama.
Yeah.
When it comes to sport in Yokohama, this city is normally bathed in royal blue, but there's a red-hot ticket in town this week. Everybody wants to be at the WTT Champions Yokohama 2025, and this woman, Chen Qingtong, wants to win, wants to set straight a year that has seen her beaten in finals. Meanwhile, Sun Yingsha, the best in the world, is looking to make it 7 WTT Champions wins. It would be a second should Tomokazu Haramoto do that in front of his home fans. But Wang Chuqin is also looking for a 4th WTT Champions title. Those are their individual goals, as they are the 4 players involved on finals evening here in Yokohama. Inside the Infinity Arena, later on, it's a rematch. 1 month on from Las Vegas, Tomokazu Haramoto will come up against the world number 2, Wang Chuqin, in a final to savor. Before that, though, it is the meeting of the Chinese 1 and 3 ranked players in the world. Sun Yingsha comes up against a woman she's already beaten in WTT Champions action. More on that later. Now it's time for the show. The draw has looked like this. A progress that has been smooth. A game or 2 dropped only for Sun Yingsha. For Tongtong, a little bit tougher, but she is where she wants to be in the final.
Here at World Table Tennis, we smash boundaries. We push the limits of our sport and unleash the boundless potential of our athletes. We go beyond the norm, always surpassing expectations and forging an unforgettable legacy. At World Table Tennis, the possibilities are endless. We are limitless. We are infinite. Welcome to the WTT Infinity Arena. Game on.
From China, Chen Qingtong. From China, Sun Yingsha.
Those cheers and that smile can only mean one thing. The world number one is in town. She's back where she does the business. She's been superb on this table all week long. And with one WTT Champions title under her belt already this year, she looks to add to that. As she faces Chun Shing Tong, who, as I said earlier on, has unfinished business at this tier of the WTT series. Best of 7, of course, as this is a final. And she has been to those already. Heartbreak in Incheon against Wang Yidi. Beaten by Sun Yingsha in Chongqing. Their WTT head-to-head is a close one. Don't forget, last time they met in Japan, in action here, it was the finals in Fukuoka, and it was Tong Dong who emerged the winner in that one. Well, there's so much more that we can say about this clash of the world number 1 and 3, but let's just quickly get to Li Lin, our umpire for this women's singles final. And the formalities, of course, include the coin toss, which is about to take place.
Toss, please. Blue or red? Blue, Chen Qintong. Red, Sun Yingsha. Blue, you want to toss. What do you choose? Side. Service or reserve? Service. Good match.
Well, they could have done that all in Chinese, couldn't they? But in the end, it's worked out as it's going to be the side of the table that Tong Tong wants, and it's going to be the service that Sun Yingsha wants. My partner in commentary for this one is Mr. Fraser Riley, I'm delighted to say. Fraser, great to have you here. Both players in red, a final we could maybe have expected, but one that nonetheless we're excited about. Tell us about Xia Xia and what she's likely to do.
Great to be with you, John. I'm so excited here for the singles finals. It's been a legendary first edition of this event. Sun Yingsha has been like a knife through butter, only having dropped 2 games en route here to the grand final. She beat Ju Chun-hee, Haruka Hashimoto, the best chopper in the world, Satsuki Odo, the champion of the champions Montpellier, and then another teammate, She Shun Yao.
Yeah, no upsets this time around. As for Tong Tong, well, world ranking number 3, and she has been outstanding here as well. Probably a tougher route to this final for her than Xia Xia's, but it's getting there that matters. She beat Yuan Jianan with no problem. Mo Zhang of Canada, likewise. Hina Hayata was always going to be a tough opponent, and she had to fight back to win that one before getting past Wang Yidi, her nemesis from the final in Incheon. Sorting out some unfinished business there. And this, of course, was the last time these two met in a WTT Champions final. Fraser, not that long ago.
No, not at all. It was this year in Chongqing, China. Stamping her authority, Sun Yingsha. What an incredible player she is. She's been world number 1 now for 160 consecutive weeks, and this was the way that she sealed the deal.
And this, of course, had followed that encounter in the finals in Fukuoka, which would have been fresh in their memories. So this is very much a live rivalry right now. Let's just remind you what they're playing for as we see these packed seats here inside the Infinity Arena. The trophies and the prize money, $40,000 will go to the winner of the women's singles, as it will the men's singles a little bit later on tonight. But right now, it's time to go. Fraser, we're about to get your prediction, your thoughts on what we expect. But before we get yours, how about the fans have their say? At WorldTableTennis.com, 81% favoring the world number 1. Speaking of fans, they're going to make some noise in this room tonight. About to get going. Enjoy this one, guys.
The first game, Sun Yingsha to serve, long all. One love.
From a cacophony to silence to applause, we're up and running, Fraser. What's going to happen?
I've got goosebumps already here, John. Sun Yingsha, of course, is the favourite coming into this, but there's only 2 places between them in the world rankings. Both of these players at the tippy top of world table tennis. We have two right-handed shake-hand grip attackers at the table. We're going to see fast and furious table tennis, some backhand-to-backhand rallies. It's going to be about who can change the direction of play more effectively, who can get on the front foot more aggressively. And so far, it's Sun Ying-sha.
And another point goes her way. Of course, it's their second outing on this table in just a matter of a few hours here. Who impressed you earlier on today the most?
I would say, relatively, Chen Xintong. I did not expect her to see off Wang Yidi 4 games to 1. That was imperious. Like you said, John, she got her revenge from the final of the champions in Incheon.
Yes, there was a lot riding on that. There was a lot of emotion around that matchup. For Xia probably against the 15th ranked player in the world. It was a more straightforward assignment, wasn't it, in so many ways? But she's off to a great start here already. Now, of course, they're used to it, these elite-level Chinese women, because they tend to get to the finals in these major events. But playing and then recovering and then getting G'd up to play again comes with its own unique challenges, doesn't it?
It does. But I guess in terms of who they played in the last round, they haven't had to adapt too much. Of course, all 4 of the women's singles semi-finalists representing Team China, all of them right-handed attackers.
Let's look to the serve percentages as well, because as you know, only too well, Fraser, Xia has been putting up some incredible stats this week. In fact, as recently as earlier on today, going at 70+% in terms of wins on service.
Yeah, she has a masterful pendulum serve, Sun Ying-sha. And look at her quality inside the table with the touch play, the flick play, and then the recovery, getting back to the base to be able to play that backhand again. Oh, good composure there from Chen Xintong, but even back there you could see how Sun Ying-sha can really pose a threat. Lovely topspin serve. Good shot selection there from Chen Xintong. She had Sun Ying-sha scrambling, didn't want to play with power, just softened it.
Familiarity is going to be a factor here, because going beyond the WTT head-to-head, it's actually the 13th time they've met competitively anywhere in any format. And as a result, they know each other's games, don't they?
They really do.
There's no mystery here for either.
Not particularly. The first meeting at the Austrian Open back in 2017.
Oh, just off the edge. What this just means, though, is that with no coaches in their corners, because it's obviously China against China, it will have all come down to the prep, won't it?
It will have, and it wouldn't have surprised me if these two would have been training against each other in preparation for this match. The coaches have done their bit. They've guaranteed a Chinese winner, the likes of Ma Lin.
Yeah.
Now it's down to the players.
Feeling that Tong Tong can take a little bit longer to warm to the task, and she's doing just that.
Yeah, she's impassive, she's calculated, she's selective, and now she's beginning to grow into this game after the slow start.
5-6.
Could she level here?
There's your answer. What do you make of her service then?
So she plays either the pendulum serve or the shovel serve, which is the one that she just did. The shovel serve puts a bit of reverse spin on the ball. The traditional pendulum puts the usual side spin on the ball.
6-0.
but you can play a pendulum coming right under with a backspin serve. You can come under, but softening the grip and contacting it near the center of the racket, and that won't produce any spin whatsoever. And usually when a player does that, they'll stamp to make it seem like they've served with a lot of spin.
Stamp from Shasha there, and she stamped her authority on that rally too, with an absolute screamer to the corner.
Signed, sealed and delivered. Return to sender. That was a big point as well, momentum-wise, because Chen had had a streak.
Tong Tong tried to take the initiative early on in that, but she was just forced onto the back foot and then forced onto the wrong foot.
She was stitched and she was stretched. Look at that backhand, and then she went back into the same place. Chen Tong was all over the shot. Wonderful peripheral vision, fantastic execution and great awareness from Sun Ying-sha.
Frustration for Tong Tong. She had a chance, as she might have felt she did in the previous point, didn't take it and pays the price.
It's unbelievable that with less than a second to think between shots, she's able to still think on her feet, using the pace that Chen Tong had injected to her own advantage. She was put very quickly on the back foot there, the world number one. Still managed to win it.
Tong Tong cannot put her away. She simply cannot put Sun Ying-sha away. And as a result, that run of points makes it 4 game points for the world number one.
She's making the world number 3 feel powerless.
It's early yet, but this is formidable from Shasha.
Not a chink in the armour.
No, that's incredible, really, there. Impregnable, really, in that she's soaked up everything that Tong Tong's thrown at her. And, of course, we know all about her attacking prowess. That is a statement first game, but Tong Tong is made of solid stuff, resolute stuff, and she will now sit down, assess what's happened, and know that it's a best of 7. She's got a long road back if she needs to take it. But boy, oh boy, what a way to start. Well, if you look at champions' results over the last 4, that tells you a story. Incheon 2024 champion, Chongqing 2024 champion, Macau 2024 champion, and one of the 2 already this year. Those are 4 of the 6 WTT champions titles that she already holds. And she has started off here as if she means to get her hands on number 7 in a hurry.
Unbelievable, that record, isn't it? She's looking for her 16th WTT senior title. You're just shaking your head in disbelief, John.
Yeah, 24 years old. That's the thing that makes you shake your head when you think about what she's already achieved in the game.
And 2 singles world titles. She won the World Cup, which was where these 2 last met.
Yeah.
Chen Tong to serve. Lang O.
Okay, Tong Tong, what you got? They start again after a chastening last 5 or 6 points in that first game for the world number 3.
One love.
Well, the view's slightly different. Change of ends, change of fortunes.
Yeah, let's see if Tong Tong can turn a new leaf here. We saw how she fought back against Hina Hayata from 2-0 down, so you shouldn't really count her out.
And going back to the couple of points in that run that saw Shasha sweep to the first game, Tong Tong surely just has to take the positives. She did set up opportunities to put her opponent away, she just didn't put her away, right?
That was it. And, you know, that's not really sustainable for Sun Ying-sha. She'll still try to improve her performance, even though it was such a great one in the first game. She doesn't want to be in those positions where she has to react. She wants to be in positions where she can dictate play. But Chen Qintong has played so well all event down the middle of the table. It's so hard for the opponent to create angles.
Yeah, we saw that against Tina especially. Two sides to Xia game. Previous rally, we saw superb touch play. Now she's prepared to slug it out.
Absolute powerhouse, Sun Ying-sha. Getting on her tippy toes. Look at her wide base. Look at her balance. Look how she abbreviated the stroke there.
Two, three.
And she gets herself in front in the second.
Even though it's a best of 7, if Sun Ying-sha will win a point or two here, Chen Qintong may call a timeout. She knows coming back from 2-0 down against Sun Ying-sha would be a near impossible feat.
I hear you. You've got a wealth of stats and data that you can access, and I'm just guessing this, but coming back from 2 down against Xia, I can't see a very high percentage attached to that metric.
Not at all. Probably less than 5–10% for Chen Qintong. For everyone else, less than 1–2%. Partly because she's only ever lost to 2 non-Chinese players since the birth of world table tennis. 2 Japanese players.
3, 4.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Hanamoto being one of them.
And
Miharano. Yep. Just onto that, I'm going to give you her stats against fellow China players as well in a moment. Thanks to Xia's win over Shi Zhao earlier on this morning, or today, she's actually at over 80% win rate against fellow China players in WTT events.
Wow.
Over 80.
That's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Just to add to that, she has an 83% win rate in finals.
Amazing numbers. Lovely little shot here. Look where she gets off the backhand there. Fanned it a bit.
That's it, the fanning backhand jump. Protecting that crossover section. Putting a little bit of side spin and backspin on the ball. Very tough to judge how much backspin's on it. Sun couldn't judge it quite right.
And with that, Tong Tong's just got herself a little lead in this second game. Just as we were waxing lyrical about Xia's incredible stats, she's quietly got herself in front, Tong Tong.
And this is what she does. She's an unassuming player. She wins points under the radar.
4, 6.
So steely, Chen Qintong.
Oh, she adjusted once to the forehand, but that arrowed into her body in no way.
Just imagine being one of these 2 players. Try to imagine you're them. Put your feet in their shoes, and you will really quickly begin to understand how difficult it is to anticipate where the ball is going to come to. The style is just so efficient. And the Chinese are the best because they do the simple things the best.
And as good, as great as Tong Tong is, she was all at sea there.
Yeah. She's got to be careful here, Chen Qintong. She picked up a yellow card, didn't she, in a semi-final?
Yeah. cagey from
7-5.
both players. Resisting any temptation to get on the front foot.
Trying to deny Sun Ying-sha the opening attack, and she did so with some neat and tidy touch play. Pushed out.
7-5.
Just slowing the game down from time to time, just disturbing the rhythm. So important against someone like Sun Ying-sha.
Eight, 5.
That's a rarity. Xiaoxia's received letting her down.
Again, it's that shovel serve. It's so tough to tell whether there's backspin or topspin on that serve.
As Tong Tong takes 6 of the last 8 points. She's on a mission here in this second game. But every time we've got into those exchanges, or at least just about every time as I recall, Fraser, Xiaoxia wins.
Because she's so good at actually softening the grip a little bit, still taking the backhand out in front, but creating a bit more topspin, a bit more arc. And that makes it very tough for Chen Xintong to play power backhands. And with the direction of it, it makes Chen Xintong wary to pivot and play a forehand, because she's going to open that wide space for Sun.
Oh, wow.
9.
What an angle on that as well. Our camera's doing us proud as that was steered away from Sun Ying-sha.
That was drop dead gorgeous. What a cunning shot.
Yeah. Beautifully executed.
So nice when you can just push it right past your opponent.
6, 9.
Now, she beats her to the forehand again, this time with one that blazes past Xiaoxia. And I don't know whether she'll take any more pleasure from either of them, the slow-mo one or that. But what it is a winner that now gives her, what, 4 game points? Not yet, you don't. Says the world number 1.
Yeah, Chen Xintong there acting a little bit prematurely because Xiaoxia didn't show her where she was going to go. Chen Xintong ended up facing her own topspin, which she imparted on the serve, and that's why her shot popped up and Xiaoxia could kill it.
That one goes long. Leland, the umpire, just asked her, please play again. So you'll keep an eye on that, I'm sure. I don't know how many times you get a warning before they think about a yellow.
I think if she has to be asked again, it'll be a yellow card. And by the way, if you get a red in table tennis, you don't get disqualified, but a point is awarded to your opponent.
Time out.
Oh, here she goes. She knows how big of a moment this is. 2 of the 4 game points have gone. And so Tong Tong knows that she must get back. As you said just a few minutes ago, Fraser, to go 2 down against Xiaoxia, well, historically, statistically, in just about everywhere you might care to measure, it would be highly improbable that she could win this final. However, find a way to close this out, and things change.
And interestingly, she just had 2 serves and lost both points. So now it'll be Xiaoxia's serve. Let's see what happens next.
Yeah, she needs to think that one through, and she is doing just that. What next? Blown a couple of opportunities, but the thing about her is that she has this composure. She's unflappable. She will process this. So, China's superstars are in action. The world's number 1, the world's number 3, and when they play, everyone stops and pays attention to them. The fans are loving this. Everyone who follows world table tennis will be watching this right now, and of course Ma Lin, who guides the fortunes of that Chinese women's team. They're all there, look at them. Man Yu's there, Guai Man. Chen Yi, of course, the rising star, ED there as well. Oh yeah, they're out in force to watch 2 of the team deliver what's already turning out to be a fabulous final here in Yokohama.
There's some great team spirit here.
And there it is. Straight off the timeout. Well done. Who needs a coach? Tong Tong gets it done. So she's come back. Having dropped the first 11-6, she wins the second 11-8. We're all square. Inside the Infinity Arena, composing herself, Chen Xingtong, the world number 3, who's just taken the second game off Sun Ying-sha, the world number 1, to level things up in our WTT Champions Yokohama 2025 women's singles final. Of course, $40,000 up for grabs for whoever of these two women wins this one, but also, Fraser, ITTF world ranking points as well.
Yeah, you can check out the new rankings every single Tuesday at worldtabletennis.com.
Third game, Sun Ying-sha to serve.
No matter what happens after this final, Sun Ying-sha will remain clear ahead of the pack. She's basically 3,300 points ahead of the world number 2, Wang Monyu. But if Tong Tong wins his final, she'll only be 300 points behind the world number 2.
$1,000 points for the winner, right?
That's right. Heavy, heavy weighting at the champions tier.
Left, 1 love.
Oh,
Love, 2.
that's ungettable.
Yeah, it was just 2 out of reach there. Chen Xingtong wasn't going to risk injury going for a dive, not at this moment in the match with this scoreboard.
So she serves, having dropped a couple of points at the start of this third.
1,
Beautiful,
2.
beautiful. And this serve is actually been one of the spanner in the works. If you're Sun Ying-sha, she struggled really to do much with this shovel serve, and that's a stunning spin up from Chen Xingtong. She was heaving up the back of the ball there.
2-0.
Then she gets into a backhand duel, which is a risky thing to do with Sha, but emerges successfully.
I'd say Chen Xingtong's backhand is slightly different from Sun Ying-sha's, and part of that is because Sun Ying-sha's forehand is more powerful. Sun is looking to set up the forehand a little bit more often than Chen Xingtong.
There they go again.
3.
The reason in table tennis that you don't really want the backhand to be too powerful is that then your opponent will use the power to switch you to the forehand. And in table tennis, usually the forehand is the shot that you can generate more power with.
Yeah.
The backhand is used sort of divisively in more of a probing manner, but of course you can counter with the right technique very powerfully. Look at that for a forehand flick.
More like a slap, a swat, wasn't it? There's plenty in there, flat battered.
It really has to be with the forehand flick, because the way the human wrist is anatomically, you can't bend the wrist back with the forehand flick to generate topspin inside the table. That's why, if the serve is low, you'll see players try to backhand flick from the forehand side with the Chiquita.
Interesting from Sha, as if she might have changed her mind on that, just popped it up.
Yeah, she didn't, I don't think, intend to contact it so finely, but that was a difficult shot for Chen Xingtong to take on.
She's on a roll right now.
Ooh.
Again, it sits up and begs to be hit. A hit it was.
Smoke show here from Chen Tong.
Expression from Shasha tells you it's rare, but she's under the cosh right now.
6 points in a row. Lost the first 2 of the game.
Seven now.
7.
And this is turning into a thing.
Well, well, well. How many players have managed to do this against Sun Ying Sha at this event? 0. We saw what Sun Ying Sha did to Hashimoto, winning 11-1 in game 4. Usually it's her dishing out this kind of treatment.
After Hashimoto had taken the first game of that match, she poked the bear, and look what happened. But look at this. Tong Tong serving 7-3,
Play.
1-all.
7-3.
And also credit to Chen Tong here, because she's not just battling against Sun Ying Sha, she's battling against most of the fans here in the Infinity Arena. We've been going around the corner for coffee, John, haven't we? And every coffee shop, you'll just see Sun Ying Sha fans sat in them.
It's incredible. They travel the world as well. The hotels, the airports are just full of them. Ridiculous table tennis.
3-9.
With Tong Tong emerging triumphant again. Soaked up the pressure, delivered when she needed to.
Well, Sun will have known that Chen Tong is coming into this match in hot form, having beaten her best friend Wang Yidi 4-1.
3-9.
Maybe this is going to be Chen Tong's day, finally, on her 4th attempt in a Champions Final. It'd have to be her biggest achievement today, wouldn't it, John?
3.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, given the, I mean, all those things we showed, 7 game points, by the way, for Tong Tong, all those stats, everything leading into this. Shasha's form in Champions, everything sets this up as one that should be expected to win.
11-3. Game to Chen Tong.
Gone. Given away. Done. Shasha's going to just pack that one away, forget about it, and come back. And you know she will come back, but this run for Tong Tong goes back beyond just this game. She is really on top of the world #1 here. Are you still staggered by what Shasha did there?
When do you ever see Sun Ying Sha giving up? She knew there was no way she could come back there.
Never seen that. No?
Barely at all. I can't remember the last time.
Well, it might just be that she's recognized that, and I'm sure you know this from playing, that a player sometimes will go on an absolutely incredible purple patch, a run, and that just seems to be what Tong Tong's doing right now. So maybe Shasha's going, okay, fine. She'll blow herself out. She'll burn herself out.
Yeah, I doubt Sun Ying Sha will be too worried at this stage in the match, but this is a very, very important next game because she does not want to go 3-1 down in this best-of-7 women's singles final. I was just thinking to myself, John, you know, Sun Ying Sha and Wang Manyu, they've been basically untouchable for the last few years. You wonder how the likes of Kwai Man and most notably Chen Yi have shaken things up.
And isn't it funny that we've been talking so much about the young guard or the new guard coming through to challenge, but right now it's the 28-year-old who's having a go at the world #1.
Her and Wang Yidi are seen as the big sisters, really, of the A-team.
As Tong Tong stood there between games, I bet she couldn't wait to get back to that table, but wait she had to, and now Shasha's had time to reconsider. All the forces at Shasha's disposal. Huge fan following included being brought to bear here. So Tong Tong is not just fighting what's on the table, it's what's in the atmosphere, the aura, everything about Shasha.
Yeah, every match she plays in, there's thousands of people supporting her, no matter if it's the Chinese Super League, no matter if she's playing in, it could be Nigeria, wouldn't matter.
Oh, wow.
1-2.
She's still hot and under the purple lights of the WTT champions livery. This purple patch continues for Tong Tong. Let's have a little look at the momentum and go back a bit further than recent points. Yeah, 13 over the last 16 points have been won.
She just looked back to some of the Chinese team, Sun Ying-Xiao, as if to say, oh, she's on fire here, Chen Xin-tong. That was a look of concern, wasn't it?
Interesting, isn't it? I wonder what's going through Ma Lin's mind right now, because he would ordinarily have coached either one of these players against somebody else. I wonder what he would be advising.
3-1.
But she'll find a way, you know. Or at least she'll try to find a way. Huge volume raining down from the fans in response to that point one.
It's just fascinating how many balls have been played down the middle of the table, straight from the serve as well. Something different there, breaking the pad from Chen Xin-tong. She's been decisive with her touch and push play as well, and that's been key, because you can't build a house on sand. Anything lukewarm, Chen Xin-tong is going to fetch that ball.
2-4.
Well, I guess the ball kids will be.
Yeah. She's under pressure, Xia here. Serving here, 2 down, 2-1 down. Three behind now.
5. Six, 2.
We talk about the head-to-head, which Sun Ying-xiao is winning overall 9-3. That's their junior meetings, that's the meetings outside of World Table Tennis events. But, you know, Chen Xin-tong has beaten Xia in some big events before, such as the Singapore Smash. Such as the finals in Fukuoka. I mean, Chen Xin-tong just loves playing in Japan.
That was almost like a fencer's thrust that sees her spot the opportunity and pierce the guard there off the edge of the table.
She is a woman on a mission, Chen Xin-tong. Yeah, I like the analogy there, John.
Oh, not this time, no. Too quick, too varied. And a point that Xia badly needed, having reached a long, long way to get that back.
She had to loosen the grip and actually hold the racket lower down on the handle so that she could recover that net cord.
It was worth it.
Oh, and a very shallow ball there from Sun Ying-xiao. That wasn't expected. No timeout remaining for Chen Xin-tong.
Stop. Chen, no time of staying. 4-7.
Well, that's 3 warnings now and no card. Interesting.
A4.
She's like a runner, a middle distance runner, Tong Tong here, who's decided she's going to have to just see this home. She hasn't got any timeouts. She's going to have to kick at some point and just keep going. But it's going to be worth it, because if she gets home in this, that's the prize that's eluded her so far.
Her best achievement to date, the star contender in Bangkok in 2023, where she became Triple Crown champion, but she's not had any kind of success at this level. came close in Fukuoka. Obviously, the finals is the most exclusive event of the year with only the top 16 performers. She nearly beat Wang Manyu there in the final. This would be, though, a breakthrough win, career-defining.
6 game points for a 3-1 lead.
Wowza.
What does Sha do this time?
Oh,
she's not giving anything away.
That was a why-not shot from Sunning Shah. If you block it down the line, you block it down the line, and I'll go over.
Yeah, she doesn't mind that. She wasn't far off. And there it is.
11-5. Game to Chen Xintong.
Did you hear that, folks? That was the sound of not much sound, because Sha's fans have been stunned, as has the player herself, by Chen Xintong here, who has overcome a whirlwind start by the world #1 to win the next 3 games. Fraser, can you believe what you're seeing?
It's amazing. 11-8, 11-3, 11-5. It hasn't even been that close.
So she's very much on course. This is an unusual dynamic, Fraser. What's going through her mind? What's going through your mind in terms of what she needs to do?
It's tough to say. I feel as though Chen Xintong is just spreading the direction of play brilliantly, painting the table with her attacks. Her backhand has been a little bit better than Sunning Shah's. She's played the parallels that much better as well. The issues are stemming from Sunning Shah's receive. She still hasn't been able to really do much against the shovel serve of Chen Xintong. So for me, she has to try to do something a little bit more with the receive, Sunning Shah, and then her prowess can shine through.
What's interesting about this, brilliant analysis by the way, is that it's not as if she's up against an unusual player, a chopper or something like that. And if you think back to Vegas, she went down against a fairly conventional player, albeit, you know, a rising star of the game. So it could happen. She could lose this.
I think she might, you know.
But it's going to take some winning, because as Tong Tong knows only too well, you can get yourself into a position to win it, but you then have to do perhaps the hardest thing, which is to get the job done. And she may only need 1 more game, but she's going to be in an absolute arm wrestle here from this point on.
Now, though, is the real test for Chen Xintong. The hardest game to win is the last. The hardest point to win is the last.
Love 2.
It's just trying to calm the crowd down a little bit here.
Love 2. Love 3.
Now, the thing here for Tong Tong is, if Sha were to win a game, and it's incredible to think that things could get any louder than they already are in here, and then harness that support, she could really become a juggernaut then, can't she?
And then Chen Xintong would get a deja vu from Fukuoka, because she was 3-2 up in the women's singles final against Wang Manyu.
Oh, there now.
3-1.
She had a hand on her hip when she played that, Chen Xintong. That's a sassy finish.
Oh, look at that finish she holds at the end.
Lovely stuff. Great posture.
Oh, she got 1 back, not the second though. Sha's turning up the heat. Sha's fighting for her life here.
Yeah, too hot to handle, a perfectly timed forehand flick.
4-1.
It was a long serve, but Chen Xintong was surprised by it, immediately put on the back foot. Oh, she went for the kill.
4.
Chen Xintong brushing up the ball very well here. Tough for even Sunning Shah to calibrate her counter. With so much rotation to deal with, the ball was constantly arcing. Look at Sun Ying-sha. She's managed to draw the sting out of Chen Qintong. Not really reacting after winning points, and that really adds to the intimidation level for me.
But this is where Tong Tong has been so good. On the odd occasion since game one, when Xia Xia's got going, Tong Tong's just reeled her in. She's never let her get away. Always had an answer.
I don't remember what game it was now, but she got like a 6 or 7 point streak, Chen Qintong.
Yeah, it was 2 into 3. Remember, she took that momentum into game 3 from finishing off the second.
It's all just been a blur, hasn't it? It's been constantly swaying in terms of momentum switches, and every single rally just echoed through the Infinity Arena. You've always got to look at who's got more to gain and who's got more to lose. Do you know what? I think Chen Qintong has more to gain and more to lose.
It's run along the net. That'll need a bit of explaining. More to gain, more to lose.
More to gain because she's never won a Champions before, and more to lose because the heartbreak of being up in another final and not being able to finish would be a very, very tough weight to bear.
Oh, wow. Another one of those simply mesmerizing exchanges ends with another point for Xia Xia. The beauty of this final, Fraser, is that to elevate it to the levels we're at now, it needed exactly this. It needed Tong Tong to be in front to produce, or at least to force Xia Xia to produce her very best.
Yeah, they're both bringing out the best in each other. And that's what you want to see in a final. The last stand.
Oh,
going out blazing. Nice block there from Chen Qintong, containing the top spin, adding some rotation, and there came right over the ball, right off of the peak of the bounce.
8-5.
Tell you what, if Xia Xia can get through this from 3-1 down against Chen Qintong, who is playing one of the best matches of her career, I would be gobsmacked.
Oh, it's come down on her side. 4 clear now. Imagine a final going to a 4-3.
Oh, on the lean, Sun Ying-sha playing a shot of such swagger.
5 game points for Xia Xia as she looks to build the comeback.
Six.
That was her chance. She takes it. And she's back within 1 game. 2-3. And this is turning, Fraser, into an absolute epic here in Yokohama. A historic first WTT champions here in Japan. And boy, oh boy, as finals go, this is right up there.
The question is, will we see a 7th?
Yes, indeed. All right, let's draw breath and come back for the next game. Would you listen to that? Cheers for Suning Shah. Marlin will know, as will those Team China players, that their guys are giving an amazing account of themselves. This woman still leads in this final. 3-2 she's up, but Xia just won a game to come back within one. What next? Is this the one way or another, that's going to define this one? Going to put you on the spot, Fraser. Obviously, if she wins it, Tong Tong wins the match. What happens if Xia wins this one?
I think if Xia wins this 6th game, she will win the 7th.
And that is based on the fact that it's Xia, that Tong Tong does have a little bit of trauma and some bad memories when it comes to big finals in these events.
Yeah, she'd get a flashback to Fukuoka, which she lost 4-3 in the final. She'd get a flashback perhaps to the champions in Incheon, where she lost to Wang Yidi in the final after having 4 match points. And we know how solid Xia is in the 7th game.
1-0.
So, don't blink and miss anything in this game then.
A quick fire rally there, backhand to backhand. That last one just a little bit deeper, a little bit more driven from Suning Shah. Bit of extra acceleration coming in with the closed racket angle, creating a cave with the body. She's on the tips of her toes, so her energy is focused forwards, out in front. A nice placement from Chen Chin Tong there. And the serves are back with the world number 3.
Play. 2-0.
Is it going to tighten up and get cagey? Are we still going to see these exchanges that have defined this match thus far?
I think that Chen Chin Tong wants it to be cagey. We're seeing the rallies shorten slightly here now.
And the tension going up.
Because there's extra focus from the players on the placements.
3-0.
And there he is. A penny for your thoughts. More than a penny for your thoughts. He knows these players so well. I wonder who he thinks might come through. Ooh.
3-4.
Big break. And everything takes on grander proportions at this stage in a match, Fraser, doesn't it?
It does.
3-4.
It really, really does.
At the
end of the day, Xia can't have all the glory. It's better, isn't it, for the success to be shared in a way, and that's why Team China approach it with the team spirit. That's why they wear the jersey at these WTT events.
Yeah. And that's not to say in any way that Xia's not out to win this one, because just look at her record against Chinese players, look at her record in major finals. But for the maybe objective, sentimental neutrals out there, the fact there's been so much heartbreak for Tong Tong does make you kind of root for her. And right now, Suning Shah is perhaps rolling the dice for the last time with this timeout.
Yeah, she's dancing with danger here. Let's see what tricks she could have up her sleeve, or has she already used her cards?
Oh, she'll have something. Surely history tells us she'll have something. But it's a 3-point deficit in a must-not-lose game. So it has to happen now. And so often we look at the points immediately after a timeout and say, that's decisive. A packed stadium, their teammates watching, and these two players have only got themselves for company. Who has the mental steel here to see this one out? Tong Tong has the service. She has a 3-point lead and a 3-2 advantage in games. Is this her moment?
It's a brave shot from Sun Ying-sha. All cards on the table. She left the wide forehand exposed, but clever that she played with so much spin. Oh, it was just a whisker away, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, she looks at that. Because right now, she just needs a couple of those to find a bit of paint. And she's nearly home.
Oh, she braces for impact and fends back the Sun Ying-sha clobber.
And edges closer to the dream.
4-7.
Another one. Another step closer on the Sha serve as well. She might just have the momentum to get across the finish line because she's taken 6 of the last 8 points available at the most important time.
Oh, goodness me.
It feels like it's her time, Fraser. Come on now.
Let's see. I mean, she's such a cool cucumber, Chen Qintong. Surely she won't be able to contain herself if she wins the next 2 points, if she beats the world champion here in this champions final.
On the brink of eradicating the pain, the heartache of WTT Champions Finals defeats. 6 championship points for Tong Tong against the world's best.
Let 4-10.
And she just sinks in exasperation after losing that point there, Chen Qintong. She can taste victory on the tip of her tongue.
What a way to do it.
Changing the win, 3 against 2-2.
Look at that face. If ever a player deserved to smile and wave to the crowd and acknowledge success, it's Chen Qintong. Tell me you're not moved, Fraser Riley, by what she's achieved here.
I am so, so happy for the world number 3. What an incredible achievement. It's a story of resilience, persistence. It's a story of self-belief. She's beaten the world's best player. She's beaten a player who was going for her 7th champions title. And Chen Qintong has defeated Sun Ying-sha. And she just couldn't believe it. She didn't know how to react.
We were there in Incheon when her final and her world fell apart when a final that she thought she'd won was snatched away from her by Wang Yidi. Now, redemption, satisfaction, and sheer joy. What a smile, one that tells you so many stories. And we'll tell you the story of the game, a match that ended 11-5, started with a 6-11 loss in which she really was second best, but somehow Tong Tong has triumphed. What a story to tell. Let's get down to Xiaomian Tan.
History is being made here at WTT Champions Yokohama 2025. I'm here with, of course, our women's singles champion, Chen Xingtong. Congratulations, Tong Tong, on winning your first WTT Champions women's singles title. Share with us how you're feeling right now and how you felt about this entire tournament.
恭喜彤彤拿下首个冠军赛女单冠军。先给我们分享一下现在的心情吧，以及这次整体比赛的感受。
整体我觉得比赛还是遇到了很多的困难吧。然后其实从对早田希娜，包括今天上午的对王艺迪，我觉得其实也都是困难比较大。然后今天对莎莎，其实确实也没有想到自己能够胜利吧。然后现在是有点不敢相信的感觉。
Actually, I did feel that this match alone was challenging. Actually, at every point at WTT Champions Yokohama, I did feel like I was stepping up to the challenge. And especially today with Suning Shah, it was no exception as well. Right now, I still can't believe it, but I'm very happy that I won. What does this championship mean to you, Tong Tong? And how are you going to celebrate when you return?
这个冠军对你来说有怎样的意义？那回去你会怎么庆祝呢？
我会请大家吃饭。
I will treat everyone to a nice dinner. Once again, congratulations to our women's singles champion, Chen Xingtong, everybody!
再次恭喜彤彤。
Oh, and don't forget those signed balls, Tong Tong, because this is something special. There might even be a tear or two on those balls that she fires into the crowd, because she still looks as if she can't quite process that she has won this, but when she has. Here in Yokohama, in the Infinity Arena, in a historic event, and she even has time to ponder who she wants these balls to go to. She's looking. We've seen her go to fans in the crowd and individually hand out balls a couple of times. And where's she going next? She looks like she's in a daze here, Fraser.
Oh my goodness, she's so happy. And we're so happy for Chen Xingtong. When a player's been so close before, touching distance, that hasn't quite got over the line. When they finally do, goodness me, it's the yin-yang. The pain leads to the jubilation.
Let's take a little look at how the job was done. Actually, when you look at the quality of the points she played throughout the match, it was kind of fitting somehow that she'd extricated herself from a really tight spot and that final one to land the biggest point of her career. So, she's won it. She's going to just compose herself. And then we're going to see Tong Tong once again, because she has earned it. She has earned the bigger of those trophies. She has earned the prize money, and she'll receive them both when she returns.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, hey.